Welcome to my kitchen. I'm so happy that you decided to join me for my 5 tips on how to temper chocolate like a pro. My name is Sharon, I'm a pastry chef and a chocolatier, and I taught hundreds of students how to temper chocolate. So I know you can do it. Just stay with me. So let's dig in and start our tempering. Tip number 1, very important, chocolate. There are so many different chocolates out there. How do you know if you have a good chocolate? Good high quality chocolate will have only one kind of fat inside, and that's cocoa butter. If you have like other oils like palm oils, vegetable oils, put it aside. That's not for tempering. In order to have a good chocolate, high quality chocolate, now that you have the chocolate, let's start tempering. Now take 2 bowls of chocolate, one with 2 pounds of chocolate and the other is with 8 ounces of chocolate. Move the 8 ounce, we'll use it later for tempering, and take the bowl and the best way to temper the chocolate will be in a double boiler. So take a pot with water and put it on the medium heat and the bowl on top. You want to make sure that the bowl doesn't touch the water. We want to gently melt the chocolate. I find that that's the best and safest way to melt chocolate. While the chocolate is melting, I want to go to tip number 2, a thermometer. It is crucial to have a thermometer. You cannot touch and feel the chocolate. You need to know exactly what's the temperature. You can either use an infrared thermometer that you can get in any hardware store, or a food digital thermometer, again very easy to get even online. You don't want to use a candy thermometer. A candy thermometer is for sugar. It's not for the temperatures of chocolate. After you melt the chocolate, you want to put a towel underneath. Make sure no water again gets into the chocolate. It will ruin the chocolate. You want to move the water and you want to check the temperatures. The temperature should be either 113 Fahrenheit or 45 Celsius. That's where we start tempering. If it's too high, just agitate it a bit and let it cool down to the temperature. Now, of course, it all depends on the room temperature or the chocolate. So while I'm waiting for my chocolate to get to 113 Fahrenheit, 45 Celsius, I want to let you know about tip number 3. This is room temperature. So whether you're in Miami in the summer or in Montreal in the winter, we're gonna have different room temperature. And the best temperature to temper chocolate is between 68 to 70 Fahrenheit, 22 Celsius, and the humidity should be below 50%. So if it's summer, it's very warm, and you have a lot of humidity, just have the AC on. Again, winter, then just heat. Now that I got to the right temperature, I want to add the chocolate. I'm not adding all the chocolate, I'm adding about 2/3 of what I have. Leave a bit. As I said before, it always depends on the room temperature. What I'm doing now is cooling the chocolate, and because that chocolate is tempered, it will temper all the chocolate. I'm not getting into the chemistry now, I just want you to succeed. I want all the chocolate to melt. So you cannot just leave it and go. You have to stay on top and start mixing. If for some reason you see that you almost have no more chocolate that didn't melt, then add a bit more. I'm waiting to get to 94 Fahrenheit or 34.5 Celsius. I'm still at 35, 96. Okay, I'm still in the right zone. Now at 95, almost 94, and I still have chocolate, which is great. So I'm mixing. Now, probably because it's winter and the room is a bit cooler, then I don't need all the chocolate. Sometimes when the room is warmer in the summer, I will need more chocolate. It will melt much faster. So again, I still have just a bit of chocolate, and great, it's 94, so I keep stirring until it's smooth, and the chocolate will be ready at 91.5 Fahrenheit. Now that I got to the right temperature, 33 Celsius, 91.5 Fahrenheit, and it's nice and smooth, I want to test the chocolate. The worst thing that can happen is that you make a lot of bonbons and bars and the chocolate is not tempered. So tip number 4, always test your chocolate. Now is the time. I just take a knife, just put just a bit of chocolate, put it in the fridge for 3 minutes. And now for tip number 5, movement. Chocolate tempering, while it's tempered, you have to move the temperature. You have to control the temperature and move. So don't just leave it, wait, go, answer the phone. You have to take care. So in order to keep it tempered, I have to keep on moving the chocolate. Okay? And make sure that you're not going too low with the temperature. Okay? I don't want to go lower than 30.5 Celsius or 87 Fahrenheit. If it happens, then warm it just a bit and make sure, again, you're not going above 33 Celsius or 91.5. Now, after 3 minutes, let's take the test out of the fridge and see where we are. I got the test out of the fridge and I want to show you another options that I had with non-tempered chocolate. So you can definitely see the color. This is like more satin look. It's not tacky. I can touch it. Nothing is left on my finger. This, on the other hand, is very tacky. You can see I leave remark and I have some chocolate on my finger. Now that you temper the chocolate, you can make anything you like. You can dip strawberries, you can make chocolate bark, you can make bonbons. Anything that you want to do with the chocolate, you can do. It will stay shiny and have a snap, even in room temperature. So let's go over the 5 tips that we learned today. So first thing is the chocolate. Okay, it is very important to get high quality chocolate. The only fat that is in the chocolate should be cocoa butter. Okay, only cocoa butter. The second one is a thermometer. You use either an infrared thermometer, thermometer, or a digital thermometer. No candy thermometers, okay? And definitely not your finger. It has to be accurate. Number 3 is room temperature. Room temperature is very, very, very important. It has to be between around 70 Fahrenheit or around 22 Celsius, and the humidity should be under 50%. Fourth is test. Don't ever temper chocolate without testing. Believe me, I did it. I can't tell you how disappointed I was after making bonbons and discovered that my chocolate wasn't tempered. So I want to save you the inconvenience and disappointment and test your chocolate. And last but not least, movement. You should always move the chocolate. If it's tempered, it has to move. Otherwise, it will get out of temper. Now, don't think it's too much. It's not. Like any technique, you have to practice. And practice makes better. So please practice your tempering chocolate, make amazing bonbons, and let me know how it went. Bye.